Another classic game came out recently, Mortal Kombat 1. It's finally out. I got to play all of fucking, I don't know, like 4 hours before work started bothering me, son. But what I've played so far, this story already has me super engaged, and just off rip, I can tell like this is different from the other Mortal Kombat I played. Like the combat is very different. The story is great. The graphics are great. Abdul, you got to play it early and already beat the game without spoiling the story. How do you like it?
I love it. It's definitely one of the best stories in Mortal Kombat. I am one of the few people that pays attention to the story mode a lot. And I think one of the things this does really well, especially, it does a lot of like fan service. So if you were a fan of the 3D era of games between Deception, Deadly Alliance, Armageddon, it has a lot of callbacks to that throughout the story. Like between the characters, between the titles of the chapters, literally. But like between like the alliances, like it's actually insane what they did. They even reference one of the villains, but then it's not who you think it is. But it was just one of them things where I'm like, no way they're gonna put him in this game. Like everything kind of came as a surprise. But I think the best thing about it is that you're taking these old school characters and you're giving a new spin to them. So Sub-Zero and Scorpion are brothers, as you saw in like the first chapter and everything like that. You see like Raiden is the champion now instead of Liu Kang. Liu Kang is a protector of Earthrealm, and then you see how like him and Outworld's relationship isn't necessarily they're at war. They kind of have a respectful combat, but there might be some like sneaky shit going on. Before
you get any further, I'm going to tell you where I'm at in the story, so you don't spoil the rest of the story.
Yeah. Well, I know every chapter. I might replay it a second time, bro. I just
got to the Baraka camp, so that's where I'm at. All right.
Yeah, that's good.
But
did you finish the Baraka scene yet?
I just got to the part where like they're in jail now, and I saw
okay.
there. I don't want to spoil for anyone else. But.
So even with that, like I think that's one of the best things this game did is that they took out Sonya Blade, but they gave characters like Baraka and other characters later, but like they gave them a backstory because Baraka was just a henchman. I love playing with Baraka. He's one of my favorite characters to use.
My ass, I'm gonna lie to you. I was like, God damn.
He's awesome. But like you'll see certain things where like Tester Might is incorporated into it, but I just love that. I love that. Like I love the one thing I'll also say is that you played it already, but when you started the game, Raiden didn't get his abilities yet. Yeah. So when you're using him, you don't have electricity powers. So it kind of uses the story that way. And whatever cameo character is with you in that scene is the cameo character you're actually using. I think like they really paid attention to like making it feel like you're really kind of on a conquest right now. That shit to me, like I had to finish it. Like it was one of those.
It's kind of crazy that the live action movie tried to adapt this in a way like, this is how you get your power. You get the whatever the fuck they were doing that concentrate their chi, and the fucking game was like, nigga, here's a talisman that we the gods have to give you electricity powers.
Yeah. I was curious like how I was ready to get it, but I don't want to spoil it. I don't know if Roy and Merle are gonna play Mortal Kombat, but you saw that scene. I just thought that was cool. Yeah, Merle, were you gonna play it?
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I'm not even gonna lie. Of course, I nerd out already, and I've been looking at some videos of the true nerds already released the shit on YouTube. The one thing I was gonna ask real quick, just because I haven't played it yet, is how is the supportive character role like type thing, like the nigga that you can bring in, like you're like is there a select list amount of that you can choose from, and they can't become main characters, can they? Like I can't.
Some of them, no, my bad, I didn't mean to cut you off, but some of the cameo characters you're talking about are part of the story, and some of them are just strictly cameo. Like Motaro is just a cameo character, but he's in the story. You'll see him in the story like as a backup fighter, but you'll only use him as a cameo. And cameo fighters, you just hit R1 and you have like one or two attacks that are like limited, but you can also do fatalities with your cameo character, which is super cool. And some of them are classic, like Kano's not in the game, but he's a cameo character. Chujinko is the main character in Deception, and the fact that they put him in this game, like you haven't seen him in the story, was like, oh, you haven't seen him since 2005, like in a game. Like, now you're here almost 20 years later in another game. Like if you were really a fan of it, you would see that. But the cameo character is pretty much just used as like a person to boost up your combo, and just to go from there is kind of like that is the intricate part of this game. They really gave you a new mechanic that enhances it. Cameo characters aren't new, but you have to learn how to juggle people and how to actually like you can't go even in practice mode and learn combos. You kind of have to like feel it out as you're playing the game and see like what strings work with what. And that's been the fun of the game
Yo,
right now.
this nigga is a fucking nerd.
Yeah.
And,
you guys have to play online. I haven't got to play online yet. So like the computers and like the story mode they use their characters, and it hasn't been like anything crazy yet. Like they don't spam it or anything like that. Do people spam it in like online mode? Because I know like I forget I even have a side character before, but until like the computer uses it. Or is there a mode where you just can't use like a cameo character? Like it's just straight on 1-on-1?
No, there's only cameo fighter like abilities and everything. So like you could jump on some casuals. Like in the old MKs, obviously I played 1-on-1. It was easier. You kind of, some people are good at juggling. Some people are good at like timing their power attacks really well. Some people are good at actually using their cameo character like boost you up and launch you and then catch you in the air. Like aerial combat is a new thing for this game, which was only introduced like I think in Armageddon. So launching someone up and then dealing with that type of spam, it's annoying. It was way more annoying on the beta. On this, I think now that you have all these other characters, like I played someone that had Shao Kahn today, and I'm like, he didn't even use his cameo character. But he had like 30 wins online, but I still won. So, but it's like sometimes I'll jump in a match, I'll look at their ratio, and I'm like, this guy, all right, I need to see who's using and stuff like that. Like,
keep it a buck.
It
How
just
many
kind of
times you
depends
got your ass kicked?
I only lost once right now on this.
This nigga full of shit.
Yeah, you can look at I'll send you my ratio, son. I've been sending y'all my thing. Ooh. Like literally the first time I got on, I'm like, I like playing online though. That's kind of the mainstay of the game. And it's
send in the
like
group chat. We're gonna post it right here on the clip. Yeah.
Is there's enough content here? Because like the one thing that I'm afraid of, like I want to play this. I want to get good. I want to go online and like that. Spider-Man's around the corner. Is there gonna be enough content here for me to like go back like, oh nigga, I gotta play Mortal Kombat today? Or
you ready to cheat?
No, I know, right? I think so. So I won't lie, the campaign is super short. The campaign is probably like 6-7 hours, honestly. The story mode isn't that long. It's like 15 chapters or something. And I think you're probably like chapter 6-7, so you're already halfway done. But yeah, you can go through the combat towers, unlock endings. The real thing that's called like the crypt or conquest mode in this game is called invasions. And what that is pretty much you have a new season every like week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks or something where you're gonna be going through like I think this latest one, the first one is like you're going through like Johnny Cage's apartment and you'll do like weird challenges. You'll like pick up random unlockables. You'll fight random people in like different ways. Like sometimes your enemy might be like overpowered. You can't block certain things. So it kind of like adds an element where you're seeing a different side of the story. You're seeing different characters and stuff if you're invested in it. So you have that, and then you have online like tournaments and stuff like King of the Hill. Like I think MKX, I had like a 20 win streak. I think at one point on MKX. So online. Like online, like I literally went in like that. Huh? Man, I'm okay at the game, but I'm just saying if you're invested in the game, there's a lot of content. I almost kind of wanted to hurry up and beat this so I could run back to Final Fantasy, but I'm like, dang it, like I actually have a lot of things I want to like finish up on. Like I want to finish Invasions, I want to finish the crypt, like I want to do this. There's a lot of content on it. No, so but this took precedent though. So there's a lot of content. Just to answer your question, there's a lot of content. I think it should definitely hold you over for a month. Like, and if it doesn't, I mean, I think you had Baldur's Gate come out. You've had other games like release recently. So there are other games that grab your attention. If you want to just finish the story and maybe play like a few arcade rounds, sure. But
I'm trying to get ranked online. What you mean? I've been
ranked online is a different animal.
I was started practicing with Kenshi and fucking Scorpion. I'm like, just give me one good hour of just practicing. But work was calling, so I couldn't have to get out of the lab. So
that's one of the cheat characters for sure. Kenshi, Reptile, Liu Kang, like those are the people go online with. That is like you might lose. I love it though, man. It's definitely like after I played Tekken and going back to this, I'm kind of like, I don't know if Tekken is gonna be able to pass this game. So
it's got some. I mean, hey, I put it in the group chat ever since this shit came out. I think they, they got wind and said, "Hey, yo, 2024. That's probably more or less our year. They can have it this year."
Listen,
February, man.